Good
afternoon, Kirill. How are you?
Good afternoon, Isabel. I'm well, thanks. I'm a little bit nervous for this performance review.
Well, don't be nervous. How was your Christmas break?
It was great, thanks for asking. Lots of eating, lots of drinking, some good family downtime. But yeah, I'm back at work and ready for action.
Good. So I've got a bit of a cold, so I've got to apologise. I'll try and keep my distance over this side of the table. But let's get to your performance review then. So I've got your KPIs in front of me here. First of all, I'd like to say a big well done on how quickly you've picked up the role and settled in at net porter. You work really excellently without instruction, and I've been impressed with how well you've used your initiative and gotten stuck right in. You've coped well with physical demands of the role, which I know can be difficult and tiring at the best of times. And you've met all of your targets and had a really high degree of accuracy. You haven't dropped below 99%, I can see here, so well done for that as well. But how have you found it? Are you settling in?
Yeah, I'm settling in. I like the role so far. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest.
Good. It's great to have you on board and you're a great addition to the team. One development point that I'd mention is that your performance has tapered slightly in recent months. So you started off really well. Your targets were originally set quite low, so at 3 for inbound and at 8 for outbound, as we didn't want to start you off with too much whilst you were settling in. And the plan was always for your targets to increase as you became more efficient. So whilst you're still meeting and exceeding your targets as the months have gone on, the improvements recently have been less marked, so I haven't been able to put your targets up as much as I would have liked at this point in order to reach best-in-class benchmarks. So do you feel like you're performing to your full potential at the moment?
Honestly, actually, I'm having a bit of a tough time at home at the moment.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, thanks. I'm a primary carer for my mother, who has dementia and is recently quite unwell. It's impacting on my mental state, which I think has affected my performance. So no, I don't think I'm reaching my full potential at the moment. That's probably why the standard has fallen a little.
Well, we're very sorry to hear that, Kirill. I'd like to remind you that we've got an employee assistance programme which offers many services, including a 24/7 counselling helpline. Have you used that?
No, sorry.
And if you're not feeling very well mentally, then I think it would be good to refer you to occupational health to have an assessment, and they'll be able to recommend any workplace adjustments so that we can help you whilst you're going through this. You can also talk to me at any time, Kirill.
Okay, thank you. I'll note it.
So, would you like me to refer you to the occupational health assessment?
Yeah, that might help me out.
Okay, no problem. I'll get that sorted for you. I was also meaning to bring up your absence rates, as that's also on my list of things to discuss with you. They are quite high at 8. The national average is 4.4. So, have they all been for sickness?
No, I have to say, I've been putting them down this sick leave on the system, but majority of those 8 days I was actually taking care of my mum at home.
Oh, right,
She had a nasty fall, and I had to take some time off. But in the future I will put them down as...
Okay, well, if they haven't all been for sickness, I know that you said that you're caring for your mother, I'd advise you to take a look at our compassionate leave policy on the intranet, as it sounds like those days will fall into that category instead of sickness absence.
Yes.
So we allow paid time off for emergencies, especially involving your dependents. That's absolutely fine, and it won't impact on your sickness rates. So in terms of caring for your mother, we're willing to be flexible. So if there's anything that make life easier for you, such as flexible working hours, if you need to leave earlier to go and see her and come in earlier, for example, do let me know and we can look into that for you instead, okay?
Okay, noted. Thank you.
So yeah, so don't book this onto sickness in EC. book it under the correct category. And definitely speak to me. You can always book it under compassionate leave, or if you've exceeded that allowance, you can take it as annual leave or as unpaid leave. Just to let you know as well, we're also going to be introducing return to work interviews following sickness absence now, as the company have introduced a new policy. So each time you are off when you're unwell, you will need to complete a form and have a short meeting with me.
Okay.
So moving on then, I wanted to ask how you're finding working with the team.
Good in general. Obviously a little awkward since the grievance. I feel that the rest of the team aren't really that friendly towards me and tend to leave me out, which makes me not want to attend to the company's social events, if I'm honest.
Yeah, since the grievance, I've noticed that you have been a little more withdrawn. Obviously, we discussed your communication style at the time of the grievance, and whilst there's definitely been some improvement, you might need to work on this a little more. For example, the wording in your emails could be worked on at times. I know it's not always your intention, but it can come across as a little curt and blunt, one-word answers and such. It would be great to have you integrate more with the team and to have you at more social events. So I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling left out. So I'm going to give you a buddy then, who will provide a little bit of extra support outside just the day-to-day of work. And perhaps you could attend some social events together, and they can provide a link to the other teams that we've got here, so that you can have greater social connections.
Okay, that would be great.
Okay, great. Then I'll arrange that then.
On another point, I'm not sure if this is the right time, but I've also been meaning to mention to you that I'm interested in developing into a team leader role. It fits my skill set and I would love to become a team leader eventually. What can I do to aim towards this within the company?
Okay, well it's really good to hear that you're interested in developing actually, and I can certainly see that happen at some point, especially if these KPIs improve. So how about the buddy that I assigned to you will be one of the other team leaders, so that they can offer some practical guidance and mentoring on becoming a team leader as well. I can also send you on a leadership course if that would be of interest in the second quarter, especially if your KPIs have shown a set improvement, which we'll discuss in a minute. Does that sound good?
That sounds excellent. I really like that.
Good. So back to the KPIs, should we set some SMART objectives for you then? So I've got them in front of me here. So do you think that by month 3 of this year, so by the end of March, your KPIs could be exceeding the target by, say, at least 30% each time? And as your current target for month 12 is 18 for outbound and 6 for inbound, this will continue to increase by 2 each time. So if we could aim to be at the target of 24 for outbound and 12 for inbound, and you to be exceeding that target each time, do you think that's doable?
It seems very reasonable and doable to me.
Okay, good. So another objective then is to get involved with some more social events, or being more involved with corporate social responsibility here. So if possible, I'd like you to attend at least 2 events, or to join the social committee or the corporate responsibility committee, if that interests you.
Yes, I would like that.
Okay, so that could be another one of your objectives then. So wrapping up then, would you say that your job description is still accurate?
Yes, it's very accurate, and like I said, I feel like I got a good grasp of the role now, and although as you pointed out, I've not hit my target that's been set.
Well, you have hit the targets, it's just I feel like you could be exceeding them a bit more than you currently are.
I would agree, and like I said, time will show. Like I said, I don't want to stick around in this role for the remainder of my time in the company, so that leadership course, that would be really, really good for me.
Yeah, and as we discussed, just work on your language and your emails, and perhaps face to face with some of your team members. I feel you can just work on your communication skills. So perhaps I can send you on a communication course as well, or I think there's one online that we've got on the internet at the moment, which will help you with some of your softer skills, so that you become more integrated with the team.
Sure, like it definitely won't hurt, and I'll be up for that.
Okay, so any other comments, concerns, or feedback for me then?
From my side, not really. Like I said, I was just a bit worried regarding to my absence, the amount of absence that I've taken. But we've covered that. Like I said, I'll amend the application correctly next time. I'll take it under compassionate leave, and shouldn't raise a question from there. Apart from that, Isabel, I think I'm quite happy with the review.
Great. Okay, well, great to speak to you.
Thank you. I'll see you.